welcome to your practice today. Welcome to your practice today. So we're going to do a seated pranayama practice today. So if you need to sit on a chair, please feel free to. Otherwise, perhaps sitting yourself up onto a yoga bolster or a cushion of some sort so that you can have your hips higher than your knees, and resting perhaps your shins down onto the ground or stacking your legs on top of each other in a cross-legged seat. If you'd rather be on your knees, you could find a comfortable position on your knees. So I'd like to offer you today just a sequence of breath practices, pranayama practices, that are going to be really useful for strengthening immunity and strengthening your lungs, hopefully helping to keep you well. And we're going to practice some belly breathing, some full yogic breath as part of that. You can either continue with that or you can do some Bhastrika with me. There are some contraindications for Bhastrika, the bellows breath. So if you're pregnant or if you're just not feeling up to it energetically today, perhaps your menstrual cycle is heavy or you've got something going on your abdominals, we're going to skip that one and you can just continue with the yogic breath or Samavriti, the in for 5 and out for 5, and then we'll do some Bramhari Breath to calm and cleanse, so really extending the exhalation and helping to tone the vagal nerve. So let's just start with a little bit of centering and grounding. You can let your eyes softly close or turn your gaze down towards the ground. Take a breath in and a breath out and allow your body to settle. You might take one hand to the ground or to your chair or cushion, one hand to your chest, and take a moment to really settle yourself on the earth and paying deepest respects and gratitude for the country that you're practicing on. You might gently in your mind name the traditional custodians of that land, if that is something that you know and would like to honour, or perhaps reflecting on your own connection to the land that you're on. And sharing these practices today from the lands of the Tangarong and Dudaroa people. I honour their elders past and present and those leaders emerging. And check in now with your own body, your own being, allowing yourself to fully honour where you are, respect where you are today. Starting to become aware of the natural rhythm of your breath as a home base, as a beginning point. Always in our practice, and we cycle back to that. We're never quite the same. So just taking note of how your breath is in this moment. And as we start our first practice, formal practice, pranayama, and the expansion of the breath, I invite you to take one of your hands and place it onto your belly. And perhaps the other hand is already on your chest. And we're going to do some Dirga Pranayama, the full yogic breath. And as best you can, the intention here is to let the breath come into the belly, then the mid part of the chest, and then the upper part of the chest. And then we release the breath from the chest, as much as you can, articulating top to bottom. And then the belly draws in last. And I'm going to invite you to do this with the count of 8 for the breath in and 8 for the breath out. If that feels too much, find your own rhythm. It'll be belly for 4, mid-chest for 2, upper chest for 2, and then breathing out of the chest fully for the count of 6, belly draws back in for the last 2 counts. I'm going to guide you, so just follow along as much as you can. And let's start with an emptying out breath, breathing in, and then opening your mouth and letting the breath out with a ha sound, all the breath out. And as you start to breathe in, fill up through your belly first for 1, 2, 3, 4. Mid-chest 5, 6. Upper chest 7, 8. Exhale, chest 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Belly draws in 8. Inhale, belly 2, 3, 4. Mid-chest 6. Upper chest 8. Exhale, chest 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Belly draws in 8. Inhale, belly 2, 3, 4. Mid-chest 6. Upper chest 8. Exhale, chest 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Belly draws in 8. Inhale, belly 2, 3, 4. Mid-chest 6. Upper chest 8. Exhale, chest 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Belly in 8. Continue along with that count or create your own just for a couple more rounds. And allow your breath to start to expand to its fullest capacity, articulating that belly, mid-chest, upper chest as much as you can, and then back out, emptying out from the top all the way to the bottom, getting rid of all that stale air before you breathe back in again, last round. As if you were filling up a balloon all the way. And then as if you were pouring water out of a jug from the top to the bottom. And as you let the air all the way out, draw your belly in, squeeze the air out, and then allow your belly to soften and find just a natural breath in and out. Notice the quality of your breath here. In this space between our practices. Let whatever is present be present. And perhaps there's a little constriction at the back of your throat, finding an Ujjayi breath, integrating. Noticing how your breath naturally expands into your lungs and releases. And then as we move into our second practice, Bhastrika, bellows breath. For this one, as I said, you could totally just come back to the first practice again, or even if you feel like that was too much for you today, just find a steady breath, breathing in for the count of 5 and breathing out for the count of 5 for this round. So we're going to do 2 rounds of Bhastrika, and we're going to do a slightly different variation today that we might normally do. So we're going to use our arms and bring your hands into kind of a cactus arm with your fists, little soft fists. As we breathe in and the belly expands out, you can lift your hands up towards the sky. And as you breathe out and you sharply draw your belly back in, you can draw your elbows down. And so the bellows breath is this kind of pumping action of in and out. So as you breathe in, the belly moves out. As you breathe out, the belly moves back in. And it creates this kind of bellows action. So you're forcefully breathing in and out. If you start to feel dizzy or uncomfortable in your abdomen at any time, just let it go, come back to a natural breath. We'll do maybe 30 seconds of this Bhastrika, and then the invitations to hold your breath for about 10 seconds, engaging Mula Bandha and little gentle Uddiyana Bandha, maybe a slight tuck of your chin, and Jalandhara Bandha. If that doesn't make any sense, just lift through your pelvic floor and hold the breath for 10 seconds, and then release, and we'll go straight into our second round. So let's start with an emptying breath. Inhale fully. Exhale with a sigh. And begin. And stopping, take a breath in. Hold your breath in, draw the Mula Bandha, pelvic floor in and up, slight engagement through your lower belly, perhaps a slight constriction at your throat. 3, 2, 1. Let your bandhas release, let your belly soften, let the breath out. Just take a full breath in. Full breath out, notice what you notice. Maybe a little vibration in your body. In this practice, we're really kind of cleansing and strengthening our lungs and our immunity. Let's take second round. Bringing the hands into our cactus soft fists. Beginning when you're ready. Remember that pumping action of the belly. Belly moves out as you breathe in and pumps back as you breathe out. Last one. And breathe in. You might lift your hands up. Hold the hands up in the air, maybe the thumbs crossed, lifting up through Mula Bandha, gentle Uddiyana Bandha, gentle Jalandhara Bandha, holding your breath 5 more seconds. And then releasing, relaxing at the root, the belly, the throat, let your hands come down and the breath release. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Let your eyes close if they haven't already. Just notice what you feel here. Let's start to just ground and calm the nervous system with some Bramhari Breath, buzzing bee breath. We'll do about 5 rounds. But you find your own rhythm. If you end up doing less or more, it doesn't matter. Just use the humming sound to let all the air out. So you're going to be breathing in and then a with the lips closed and the breath moving out, feeling that vibration around your mouth and your throat, maybe up around your third eye. So taking your first full breath in. let that be your last round. As you finish off your exhalation, just allowing your belly to soften, noticing if there's any tension held in your belly, in your throat, your moolah, root. And consciously softening. Relax your shoulders and your jaw, your face. Allowing yourself to rest here for a minute, just in silence as you notice how you feel. Allow this energetic practice to settle in every cell of your body. Notice how your breath naturally wants to move in and out of your body. And you can start to bring the hands together in Anjali Mudra, hands in front of your heart. You might imagine here that you're gently lifting the corners of your heart towards the tips of your shoulders. Perhaps bringing a gentle smile to your lips and to the corners of your eyes. Listening in deeply here if there's a particular quality you'd like to invite into your life, breathing that in, breathing it out. Breathing in calm, breathing out calm. And breathing in kindness, and breathing out kindness. And breathing in well-being. And breathing out well-being. Breathing in strength. And breathing out strength. As you're ready to, you can let your head bow gently towards your heart. And allow your eyes to gently blink open and lift your gaze back into your space. Hopefully keeping some of that energy of your practice within you to take out into your day ahead. Offering that out into the world through your actions. And thank you so much for joining me for this practice today. This is something that you could, if you feel it's beneficial to you, you could do every morning as a wonderful sadhana practice to help you to strengthen your own inner well-being and strengthen your lungs and your immunity physically. And I hope you find that useful and it serves you well. Have a great day.